Have you ever felt like your life is a roller coaster you can't control? One day you're up, the next you're down, tossed around by events, other people's opinions, and your own overwhelming emotions? What if I told you there's an ancient philosophy, a 2,000-year-old operating system for the human mind, that can help you find tranquility and resilience in the middle of chaos? Today, we're diving deep into Stoicism. Now, when you hear the word Stoic, you might picture someone who's emotionless, who suppresses all their feelings and endures hardship with a stiff upper lip. But that's a modern misconception. Real Stoicism isn't about becoming a robot. It's about understanding what you can control and what you can't, and then focusing all your energy on what you can. As the philosopher Massimo Pigliucci, a modern proponent of Stoicism, puts it, it's a practical philosophy for a better life. Let's start with the most fundamental concept in Stoicism, the dichotomy of control. Imagine drawing a circle. Everything inside that circle is what you have complete control over. What's in there? Your judgments, your opinions, your decisions, your actions, your values. Basically, your inner world. Everything outside that circle is what you have little or no control over. This includes things like the weather, the economy, what other people think of you, your health to some extent, and even the outcome of your own efforts. The ancient Stoic philosopher Epictetus said it best: some things are up to us, and some things are not up to us. The secret to a peaceful life, according to the Stoics, is to stop worrying about the things outside your circle. Why waste your energy stressing about a traffic jam? You can't control it. Why get upset when someone is rude to you? Their behavior is outside your circle. Instead, the Stoics urge us to turn our attention inward, to the one thing we truly command, our own mind. You can't control the traffic, but you can control how you react to it. You can choose to get angry and honk your horn, practice deep breathing, or simply accept the situation calmly. You can choose to interpret their words as a personal attack, or you can choose to see it as a reflection of their own struggles, something that has nothing to do with you. This is where your true power lies. This brings us to the second key idea, the discipline of assent. This is about being a gatekeeper for your own mind. Events in themselves are neutral, aren't good or bad. It's our judgment, our assent to an impression, that makes them seem good or bad. For example, getting fired from a job isn't inherently a catastrophe. That's just your initial impression. The Stoic practice is to pause before you assent to that impression. Take a moment and examine it. Is this event really the end of the world? Or could it be an opportunity? Perhaps it's a chance to find a better job, start your own business, or change careers entirely. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoics, wrote in his private journal, which we now know as Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He was constantly reminding himself to challenge his initial impressions and choose his response wisely. When you practice the discipline of assent, you stop being a victim of circumstance and become the architect of your own experience. Now, this doesn't mean you should just passively accept everything. This is where the third pillar of Stoicism comes in, the discipline of action. Stoicism is not a philosophy of inaction. It's about acting virtuously and doing the right thing, focusing on your intentions rather than the results. Remember the dichotomy of control? The outcome of your actions is outside your circle, but the effort you put in and the intention behind it are completely within your control. A Stoic archer, for example, does everything in her power to hit the target. She checks her bow, she considers the wind, she aims carefully, and she releases the arrow with perfect form. All of this is within her control. But once the arrow leaves the bow, its path is no longer up to her. A sudden gust of wind might push it off course. The target might move. The Stoic archer accepts this. She did her best, and that's all that matters. Self-worth isn't tied to whether the arrow hits the bullseye, but to the fact that she performed the action of shooting with excellence and virtue. In our own lives, this means we should strive to be good parents, good partners, good employees, and good citizens. We should work hard, be kind, and act with integrity. But we must detach ourselves from the results. We can give the best presentation of our lives, but the client might still say no. We can be the most loving partner, but the relationship might still end. The Stoic finds peace in knowing they did their part, that they acted in accordance with their values. This leads us to the ultimate goal of Stoicism: living in accordance with nature. This doesn't mean going to live in the woods. For the Stoics, nature refers to two things: human nature and the nature of the cosmos. Our human nature is to be rational and social. So, living according to nature means using our reason to navigate the world and working together for the common good. It's about recognizing that we are all part of a larger human community. The Roman philosopher Seneca wrote extensively about our duty to others. He said, "We are born to live together. Humanity is a society, a vault of stones which would fall if the stones did not rest on one another." A Stoic understands that helping others is, in fact, helping oneself, because we are all interconnected. Kindness, compassion, and justice are not just nice ideas. They are rational actions that contribute to a well-functioning society, which in turn benefits us. So how can we apply this ancient wisdom today? Massimo Pigliucci suggests several practical exercises. One is called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This isn't about being a pessimist. It's about mentally preparing yourself for potential challenges. Before a big meeting, you might visualize things going wrong. The projector could fail, a colleague might challenge your data, you might forget your lines. By thinking about these possibilities beforehand, you're not as shocked or thrown off if they actually happen. You've already considered how you would respond calmly and rationally. It takes the sting out of adversity. Another exercise is to practice voluntary discomfort. This could be as simple as taking a cold shower, fasting for a day, or sleeping on the floor. The point isn't to punish yourself. It's to build psychological resilience and appreciate what you have. When you willingly experience a little discomfort, you realize you can handle it. It makes you more grateful for the comfort of a warm bed or a hot meal. You're training your mind to be tougher than your circumstances. Finally, there's the practice of keeping a philosophical journal, just like Marcus Aurelius did. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect. What did you do well? Where could you have done better? Did you get angry over something outside your control? Do you miss an opportunity to be kind or helpful? This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about gentle, non-judgmental self-correction. It's how you make progress on the path to becoming a better, more tranquil person, one day at a time. Stoicism offers a powerful toolkit for navigating the complexities of the 21st century. It teaches us to focus our energy where it matters most, on our own thoughts and actions. It gives us a framework for building resilience, finding inner peace, and living a life of purpose and virtue, regardless of what the world throws at us. It's not about eliminating emotions, but about transforming destructive ones into productive ones. It's about finding freedom, not by changing the world, but by changing our relationship to it. So the next time you feel overwhelmed by life, remember that circle. Ask yourself, is this inside my control or outside? And then take a deep breath and focus on what you can do right here, right now. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this exploration of Stoicism helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more videos on practical philosophy for modern life. Let me know in the comments which Stoic idea resonates with you the most. See you next time.